Let's go look at this Rouse rake. You guys want a rake? Don't screw around with this H&S garbage. There's a Rouse rake. We can compare the H&S to the. This is what we have here. Something like this. Lots of times you'll see them broke out in here because they bind up here. Oh yeah, this has been welded. This is a lot lighter duty than what. It's a lighter pipe than what ours is. It looks like it anyway. I suppose people just don't want to grease. Ooh, yeah, this side's all sucked in, and this side's sticking out. So how does that work? That doesn't. Somehow that got spun in there. And here's a newer H&S. Oh, there's one right here. Another one. See, this one's heavier. This one's more like ours. They beefed it up a little bit. See how they're open, equidistant. This is just like ours. A little bit heavier. Oh yeah, you can see the beams are. Maybe they're not. Wind guards, I kind of built some for mine and they just don't stay on worth a dang. I should get some nice ones like this. So let's look at this giant Rouse. This is a heavy duty rake. They're all tilted in. This is a heavy duty rake. It's got all these replaceable rubber fingers, which I don't know. It's probably better, but man, you probably lose a lot of these and they end up in your bale. I think these will just break off there, won't they? Does it have a model somewhere? I don't know if those are all supposed to be bent like that or not. Somebody probably bent them. Made in Burwell. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 wheel. Well, here's how you adjust the depth. Loosen your jam nut and crank this in or out to where you want it. There, it's greasable there for that. And there's probably another one somewhere. No? Where do you grease the other part at? Does that take care of both places? Greasing that. Does that grease this pin and this pin? It's heavy. It's got new tires on it. A couple of them. Now this is just a regular steel tine over here. Let's go look at that. There's a 20 wheel. This one looks to be brand new. I'd like to get just some of these to put on mine. They got little straps on here to keep them from spinning, I suppose, going down the road or something. I don't know. When they're pulling them, that's kind of neat. Oh wow, look at that. It pivots way out here for flexes. That's pretty cool. A couple caster brakes or something, I guess you'd call that. That's another heavy ass rake. So I never quite understood what's all this out here for. I suppose that's to keep it from binding. Them half moon shapes are probably. Oh, and this one is adjustable just like the H&S. Yep, you pull the pin out, you raise it up, push this way, and then you put the pin down here, and then you adjust it with this. And that must be one grease zerk for both pivots, because it pivots this way and it pivots there too. I suppose the grease gets both. That's pretty. I'd have put. Oh nope, I'm stupid. They got the other one there. I didn't see it on the other one. I thought, well, maybe it's went through a lot of work just to grease it fancy. Oh, this is how you widen it, huh? Yeah, look at that. It's kind of like a little scissor action or something here. That's how you widen it out. That's pretty cool. So pushing that out, that's neat. Lots heavier than our H&S, that's for sure. I'd like to have one like this. This would be way better. Just because in light crops, you can open an H&S up wide, but it won't pick up. Seems like when you open it too wide, it doesn't pick it up as well. If you keep it narrowed up, it picks it up better. This is cool. I like this rig. This is probably a $30,000 rig, 50,000, who knows. I'll look some up on. 1, 2, triple hydraulics, shit. Or a Fozzie valve, I suppose. I guess once you get the back end set, you probably wouldn't have to, your width. That is a long rig. That is a long ways down. That looks like a cattle chute. Shoosh them down there. This is greasable here. I mean, they got everything greasable. I guess if you want a rake, this is the rake you get. You don't screw around with H&S or Vermeer or that old dump rake we got. This is the same company made it, but this is only 50 years newer than that dump rake. So yeah, here's a Kramer Ranch hand over here. That's one of them bale beds. We can look at that quick. So this is pretty similar to my Lorenz stack mover, but it loads itself, so you can go drive around out in the field. This arm will swing down and see it. This arm will swing down and bales will go in there and it flops it up here, and you just keeps on going back. I mean, you must be able to get about 7 on here, 7 or 8. 5x6s. Looks pretty darn heavy to me. Really heavy. Look at this hunk of iron. There's a cylinder that runs that. There's one that runs the tilt, and you probably got an orbit motor on here to run the bed chains. Yep. So you'd haul, let's see, how many, I don't know how many it'd haul, but it looks like about 7 or 8 on here you could get. Some Firestones on it. This is a heavy son of a gun. So, you guys that kind of like the stack mover idea, here's one that you can just go out and gather your own up and haul them home. They got some of them Farm Kings here too, but they ain't worth looking at, I don't think. I don't even think they have chains. They got a pusher on them, don't they? That pushes the bale to the back. Oh, this is a double bed. So it's got, sling it way over there, and then, so this is 2 rows of bales. And has this got a pusher? How does this work? Ah, yeah. This red thing is the pusher. Yep, see this piece runs on a chain too, just like the others, but You fling your 2 bales up. The first one runs all the way over here, and you go get your next one on here. That one sits here, and then you run this pusher. This pusher pushes it back one bale, and it comes back forwards, and then you get yourself another pair. And then I think to dump, you just got to raise it way up in the air and let gravity let them slide off. Maybe the pusher helps because it does go all the way to the back, so the pusher must help a little bit to unload it. That's another option. I don't know how many you'd get on here, probably 10. So, alright, that's good enough. You guys seen some shit, so later. Oh, here's a Kosh double 9 or double 7, it looks like. 2 sickle bars in one. This one runs off a Pitman stick. Those look like 7-foot bars. KOCH. 2 Pitman sticks. Right there, see? KOSCH, sorry. That's for mowing prairie grass. So you run around with that, with running two 7-foot bars. They made them with 2 9s also, double 9s. Rouse made a bunch of them, double 9s. My dad's cousin used to have a Rouse sickle bar. He had one of them John Deere, I think they were 50 belly sickles. It mounted right up there in front of it. It was for a narrow front tractor. And I think it ran off of your front power shaft that's underneath the platform, under the belly of the tractor. That PTO shaft went straight through front to back. There was one coming out the front. Anyway, that one ran off of that, and then he had a Rouse that he pulled behind that was 9 foot to the side, so he ran it that way. So basically he had a double 9. Cool. Alright, that's enough of me yapping at the machinery. I like that New Holland disc mower, that's kind of neat. If my Vermeer ever takes a shit, I will look into one of them. They look kind of light too. You know, everything else is light, I think. Of course, the Vermeer isn't very heavy either, but I don't know. No conditioner on it. No, I don't need that, I don't think. Later. A John Deere sweep head. For those of you that know how to stack hay, this is what you use. You put this on your loader and you drive down your windrow and pick up your hay. Of course, this push off would be slid back. I think we could probably push it back, but we may get squirted with oil. See how that works. I don't think it's been used, but it must have been sitting here a while or laying in the weeds, because the paint's not even worn off the teeth on top, because that's where the hay always slides. So. Or even on the side of the basket there. That's a pretty nice hay sweep. A little heavier than a farmhand, I think. That's the nut in me looking at old obsolete stuff. Later. 3-lever power quad. Dash is busted up. Blinker's busted up. Doesn't have a visor. Some dinks in there. Grab rail's been repainted. Muffler, I bet, has been repainted. It's been given a wax job at some point in its life. Crappy wax job at that. Hoses are pretty crappy. They should, at least 2 should be replaced. Armor rolled the heck out of everything in here. It's pretty greasy in here. Even armor rolled the floor. Yeah, I don't know. They repainted the step. The step's all rusted and pitted. They repainted that. Look at how rusty that is in there. You know the price of this thing? You know what he wants for it? $95,000. It says 3,000 hours. I don't know. How's the drawbar look? Pretty well worn down. I think it could be, this could be 13,000 hours. Pretty easy. The rims are all faded out. If you look at them, front and back rims are all faded to shit. Excuse my French. They're all faded. See, it's got, they tried waxing everything. I hired some, they put some new paint on the muffler here. That's a 7810, it's supposed to be a 2000 model. This one I don't know anything about, but they do have a 4450 down here that's got, they want like 59,000 for. So let's take a look at this. Triple hydraulics. If you want to look up year or something, you can go ahead and there's the number. I don't know a lot about these tractors. Drawbar is about the same as the other one as far as wear. Cab is all rusty. I can look in the cab, I guess. Got a bunch of dirt behind there. This is a loader tractor. I don't remember how many hours this is supposed to have, like 5 or something. But man, it doesn't look like, pretty rough. And then a 7510 they want an awful lot for. Probably the same story with that. Something I'm a little more familiar with. Let's see, it's a 3-lever also. It's got the floor gas pedal. It's got that field office box that is just kind of in the road. This one's probably a little better tractor. This drawbar's pretty good. Yeah, this is probably the best of the 3 that we looked at. Come from Illinois, so ooh. That one says 7,600 hours. So I'm getting them other ones are over 10. So all right, we gotta go. Kids don't like sitting in the car any longer, so later. Give you a shot at the front end. It's got a Legend 740 loader on it. Quaker. Later.